All right, we're back on OpenLine as we talk about the mayor's local hire initiative, and basically we're talking about jobs because the jobs are out there right now. This is about connecting people and kind of networking and training people as well. Paul Haynes and Ashford Hughes, my guest tonight, and 737 plus is the phone number. We've got one caller on hold. Hang on there for just a moment. We'll get to you. Before we left, I was going to say, if you know how to operate a construction crane, you should be living in Nashville right now, because that's one job we know it's very plentiful right now. When you look at the skyline, when you see what's happening, the IT City, all of these developments, we're focusing obviously on the construction industry, but it's not just the construction industry. Lots of companies are growing and expanding, and they're hiring more people across the board.
Hospitality, the hotel industry here is growing exponentially. They've launched a new component where they have a new website that they recently launched where they're trying to get more people into the hotel industry, because the hotels are going up so fast. They're having so many of the conventions coming that they need more people to be able to, work in the hotels, work in other forms of hospitality.
Right. And we were just talking about the Marriott property that's going up. If you've been downtown lately, you see how tall this building is, right there next on the, I guess it's the west side of the Music City Center. You look at a building that size and how many people it will take to operate that hotel, and we're talking not just on we're talking housekeeping, we're talking custodial, we're talking all the way up to top management.
Yep.
And food and beverage and valet and a concierge. There's a lot of jobs. So if I'm Marriott, I'm thinking I need to get a staff put together and fast, and they want good people, and the money can be pretty good depending on what level, entry level, right?
Yep, and that's what the mayor's office is also trying to do. We've been meeting with various employers and multiple industries that really say, what do you need to kind of boost up your employer ratings? What do you need to grow your business here as it's growing right now? And they say, I need trained people. I need people that have access to NCAC and other avenues to get more training to get those higher level jobs.
So how do you help in an instance like that?
Well, we work with employers as they come in, and we'll work with them with job fairs. We'll help do the direct hire piece with them with our partners at the Department of Labor. And I think what's critical is with the demand and the growth of particularly Davidson County, but also within the Middle Tennessee region, is it takes partnerships. It takes groups of folks, whether it's our community colleges and colleges of applied technology, universities, others, to help provide trained individuals. We are one vehicle that is out there through our career centers to help do the match for individuals to get them on their journey towards employment with one of these employers. And I think one of the critical things that as we look at the Nashville Construction Readiness Partnership that we're doing as a part of this process is it's a partnership that can be expanded to any industry.
Yeah.
I mean, the same principles apply to all industries in Nashville.
That's a good point. Yeah. Let's go to Mary on line one. Hi, Mary. Welcome to Open Line.
Thank you. I think I heard one of the gentlemen say that they were they could find or would look into finding aid to help someone go back to college or to school, and I guess they were talking about financial aid. I was wondering about someone who wanted to go get their EMT.
Oh, okay. Can you connect people as far when it comes to financial aid, or how does that work, or is that a different?
No, we actually have a board scholarship. The board has focused our scholarship dollars on 4 sectors that we're looking at: healthcare, IT, design and construction, and transportation and logistics. So if it is an approved training program approved by the Tennessee Higher Education Commission and the State Department of Labor and Workforce Development, then we'll work with them and help them go back to school and help with the financial aid assistance, depending on whether they're a dislocated worker or whether they're just unemployed at the time.
Is that an impediment to some folks who think, I have to go back to school to get training and I don't have the time, or I don't have the money?
I think that is in some cases, but I also think here within the state we have a Tennessee Reconnect that's coming, and it's getting people access into our community college to have, hey, you can get back into school, you can get back in with financial help. I think that's an avenue that is really reaching out to those individuals that are trying to get back in, that once again they're going to be advertising and marketing more of this program because it's so vital and it will help so many.
Actually, the Middle Tennessee area is part of the Middle Tennessee Reconnect community. Davidson County is one of those counties that is involved in the Reconnect community. And currently, if you want to go to a College of Applied Technology and you're over the age of 24, then tuition is free, just like Tennessee Promise for the adults. That is, it is being worked through the legislature now for fall of 2016 with expansion to community colleges. But the bottom line is we are looking at the career centers plus a lot of community organizations in Davidson County will be equipped to be at the time what we're terming Reconnect cafes, where people can come in and they will have trained staff there to help them fill out their federal financial aid forms, to get connected with schools. I think one of the most critical things is 80%, or depending on which study you look at, but roughly 80% of all jobs created in the next 10 years are going to require some education beyond high school.
Yeah. Mary, did that answer your question a little bit?
Yeah, I just wouldn't know who to pick up the phone and call and ask about. If there's someone that I can contact.
Yeah, sure. Call the Tennessee Career Center. The number is area code 615-253-8920.
Okay.
And tell them you're interested in training.
Okay, I will do that. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mary. Appreciate it. Let's go to line 2 and Philip. Hey, Philip, how are you?
I'm doing all right. My opinion, this sounds like a bunch of fluff. And the reason I say that is it's pretty simple. Since Nashville is a sanctuary city, and South Nashville has now become basically Little Mexico, there's no doubt in my mind over 60% of the people building downtown live in Davidson County. What would be nice is if we, instead of focusing on Davidson County, how about we have American citizens building downtown? Because everything going on downtown is being built. All the construction workers, 99.9% of them are Mexicans, because it's a sanctuary city. They all live in South Nashville. They're sending the money back to Mexico, and it's not doing the local residents one bit of good.
Well, all right. Thank you. We appreciate your opinion. I don't know where you would get a statistic like that. I doubt you could actually back that up. But obviously there's a concern with any kind of undocumented workers, and that's really up to the construction folks. And they can end up being penalized.
Well, and
heavily.
I can't speak to his statistics and won't try to, but I know with the program that we have put together, part of the residency requirement is that an individual does have to prove that they are a resident of Davidson County, driver's license, other type of documents. They're going to have to sign off and say, basically an affidavit to say this is accurate information, under penalty of law if you happen to falsify that. So we feel that is going to set aside any type of residency requirements, but what gives this teeth is that we actually have avenues where an individual can come to the career center and get the training, and then from that training, the employer, who also has to have teeth in the game, will be able to connect with this individual, and that individual will be able to acquire a job. So we're just strengthening that pipeline right there, and we definitely feel that's not fluff.
I want to talk to the importance about getting your foot in the door with some of these companies, because if you are matched up, you have the training, you get your foot in the door, whether it just depends, there's so many different jobs out there, the opportunities that can be made available down the line, especially if you go in and you're a hard worker and you do a good job and you take pride in your work. Employers, love that.
Yep.
And the next thing you know, you're advancing, and you're making more and more money, and I mean, this could literally be a life changer for some people.
It can be, and the construction industry understands that they need workers. They can't build buildings with robots, not right now. They need skilled labor people to build these buildings. And when you have a mayor that makes it known that she is going to help them grow their business by training workers, by giving them a vehicle to provide the training and giving them access, that's when the employers, the construction industry leaders, have to take it seriously to say, yes, we have a committed mayor for workforce.
Because of all this growth in the mayor's initiative, I mean, you're going to have to grow your office and your program. How concerned are you that you're not going to have the resources, if all of a sudden you get an influx of new clients?
Well, I think that's always a concern, but that's what we're here to do.
Right.
And I think what's critical in this is making sure the employer is engaged in this process. Ashford's talked about it, but what we want to do is make sure that as people come in, there's something at the end of it for them. So if they participate and they upgrade their skills, or they participate in a training program, that the employer has said, you're going to be a good fit for me. You can get in the door. As far as resources, we operate off basically a fixed amount of revenue, and we went through the recession with our numbers doubled and tripled, and you manage through the process. And at this point, we're managing through the process.
How many on staff?
I have 43 total across the 4-county area.
Okay.
We have at the Nashville Career Center, there's roughly about 20 employees. 9 of them are mine. The rest of them are Department of Labor and Workforce Development staff. They're veterans staff to serve veterans. There are vocational rehabilitation staff there, and now adult education is coming in and teaching classes.
So quite a bit.
And I think it's a partnership. I mean, I don't think any one entity has the staff to handle particularly in Davidson County, even with a 4% unemployment rate, you're still talking tens of thousands of people that we need help.
Take another break, everybody, and some more phone calls coming in. We appreciate it. Be patient. We'll get to you right after this. Stay with us.